Here now with us is a retired brigadier general named Steve Anderson, who I believe has been a Republican, but now is backing Vice President Harris. General Anderson, thank you for coming on the program today. Something moved your needle, right, to move over and support a Democratic candidate. We'll get into General Kelly's comments in particular, but why are you for Vice President Harris?
Well, my needle moved when on 6th of January during the insurrection. Right. I mean, I've been lifelong Republican. I'm an Army officer of 31 years, political events and political leadership. I didn't know if my boss was a Republican or Democrat, didn't know, didn't care. But that all changed on the 6th of January when I realized that if I didn't speak up now, then when would I? When the jack boots are walking down the streets, when the brown shirts come out, you know, when our kids get enrolled in Trump Youth or whatever. I mean, the man is a fascist, and that's what John Kelly said, you know, and he's fascist at the core, as Mark Milley said. And virtually every single person that's worked for him, virtually every single person has said, you know, that they wouldn't support him and that he would be an absolute danger to the nation. And so, but one of the things I want to focus on is not that, you know, we could talk all day about how terrible Donald Trump is. I mean, it's been well documented. The guy he is absolute threat to democracy, every way, shape, or form. Harris is going to be a great president. And I am convinced, as are 750 of my colleagues at National Security Leaders for America, former military leaders such as myself, that Kamala Harris is going to get the job done, and she's going to do things that Donald Trump would never do, and she's going to make our nation safer and better, and she's going to improve our economy and all the things we can.
Why, General? I want to dig into that a little bit before I play any clips from General Kelly or anybody else. Your shot has been breaking up a little bit, so I want to ask you this question in case we lose you. But why? That's what Sununu was saying, that Harris has to make her argument to vote for her, not just against Trump. What specifically wins you over about Harris?
She's smart. She's articulate. She's optimistic. She will promote democracy throughout the world. She will restore American leadership. I mean, everywhere I go, and I go overseas a lot, I get asked by people overseas, Donald Trump is a cacophonous buffoon. You can't possibly be bringing him back. I mean, he will degrade our national standing. We will no longer be a world leader. That will hurt our national security. She understands alliances like NATO. He doesn't. I mean, he thinks that joining NATO is like joining a country club or something. You just got to pay your dues. He sucks up to leaders like Vladimir Putin, Kim Jong-un. You know, and she understands American military. She understands our sacrifices. She sacrificed greatly to be where she is today. I mean, she could be a high-speed lawyer making all kinds of big bucks, but she has chosen to serve the American her entire career, to include being a senator and a vice president.
So a lot of these issues, right, are character.
She's why.
Sorry to interrupt. You shot again. The audio was going in and out. I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt you there. But the character issue that comes up in the campaign all the time, whether it's Trump or whether it's Harris, you know, there's a lot of attention on the use of the word fascist, understandably so, about a former president of the United States, that the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs and his White House chief of staff, as a four-star Marine Corps general, both said that he fits the definition of a fascist. You've said as much as well yourself, as a decorated general in our military also. But it's this character question at large that Kelly also spoke about. And we have the audio of that. I want to play it for you, and then you can pick up on it. This is what he's told the Times.
I'm not recommending anything to anybody. I'm just saying, other than that when you're looking to vote for someone, regardless, you got to look at the character and all of those kind of things, and then start looking at the individual's policies. But if a person's character isn't at least minimally acceptable, then I think that person can do a lot more damage.
If it's not minimally acceptable, right? What would you say to a swing state kind of voter who's watching? Is probably someone who leans to the right and is more in Sununu's camp, who says, you know what, I've heard all this stuff. They're just out to get Trump, and at the end of the day, he's better for my life than Harris is. What would you say to that person?
I would say character is very important. Kamala Harris has it. Donald Trump doesn't.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.